record. I'm going to go ahead and mute out, and you all have the capability of unmuting yourself. So should you have a question, just go ahead and unmute. We can make this as interactive as possible. So welcome to the call, everyone. I wanted to share with you a little bit about my story. Our team is growing very big, and we have so many amazing new people coming on each and every week. And that's because of your coaches. That's because of the product experience. And what I tell you guys is that you don't have to be an expert. Anyone at any level can make a go of this if they want to. And there's so many different levels where you can be. You know, I often see people comparing themselves to unrealistic role models or setting goals that are just ridiculous for themselves because they have a full-time job, they have babies, they have a spouse that they have to tend to. So what I tell everyone is that there is no right or wrong way to do Isagenix, as long as you do it from the bottom of your heart, from the goodness of your heart, and you are in wanting to serve people. So just to share a little bit about me, I started my Isagenix program January 17th, 2013. I was a stay-at-home mom. I gave up my career as a caseworker for Child Protective Services to stay home and raise my child. After having my second baby, I put on weight, and I don't know what happens to your body after 35, but it's not so easy to get the weight off. And I know that for a lot of us, stress, overworked, tired, just little sleep, life gets the best of you. And sometimes it's very hard to put yourself first and your health first. And that was a big thing for me, is that I was so busy as a mom taking care of everyone else that I had very little time to take care of myself. So either I was living on coffee, not eating anything at all, or I would just grab anything, you know, a bagel, Dunkin' Donuts, anything, just to shove something in my mouth because I felt so hungry. I was famished. So that was the way I lived my life. I had 2 kids, 6 years apart. I had a husband who was a truck driver and worked very long hours. He was hardly ever home. And when my friend Jen posted on Facebook that she had lost 9 pounds on a 9-day program, honestly, I was in shock, because this is someone that I looked at who had an active social life. Jennifer had barbecue. She had a lot of friends, way more social than I was. And I thought, how in the world did this chick just lose 9 pounds? That is crazy. But what I thought was, if she could do it, maybe this was something that I can do. And honestly, I've tried it all. I've counted points. I've eaten microwavables. I've tried Hoodia Gordonia, raspberry ketones. I mean, you know, I think a lot of you guys understand the struggle. I ordered the program. Very, very skeptical. The person who signed me up was a total stranger to me. I wanted nothing to do with it, nothing to do with her. I was like, take my social, take my credit card, give me a 9-day. My husband literally said that he would save the receipt, because in a week when I screw it up, he would save the receipt so we wouldn't lose the money. I was very surprised when I lost 7 pounds. And I thought, oh my God, I'm going to run out of this in 4 more days. And what I did was I overnighted a 30-day system. I think myself, like many of you guys, are amazed with the results. If you guys have had an amazing product experience, would you just shake your hands? Yeah. Oh, look at that. Everyone. You know, we all start the same way. I had an amazing product experience. Day 5, I was vacuuming. My husband's like, go to sleep already. And I think, like many of you, once you start experiencing the results, something opens up inside of you. You're like, oh my God, I never knew how bad I felt until I started feeling good. You know, my mom would call me up from Florida and she would say, how are you? How are the girls? And my answer to her every night was tired, tired. Every day I was tired. And you know what? I thought it was normal to feel this way. I thought as a mom I was supposed to feel tired. I thought because I was married, I was supposed to not give a hoot about what I look like. And it's not true, because if you are in charge of caring for little humans, if you are responsible for taking care of your spouse, if you are responsible for being productive at work, you are responsible to yourself to feel your best self each and every day, right? Because all of us that are in Isagenix, we all know that this is so much more than fat or skinny, right? This is about being healthy. This is about being on God's green earth for as long as possible. I want to be around to watch my little girls grow up, be successful, get married, you know, be okay in life. So when I started sharing Isagenix, I knew nothing of network marketing. I knew nothing about the business. I was one of these idiots that would coin the term, you know, pyramid scheme, not even knowing what the heck this meant. Ask me what I don't even know what a pyramid scheme is. But here's the thing. The people that I started sharing with are the people who I loved, right? Who can you think of off the top of your head right now that can stand to lose some weight, that could use some energy, that could feel better, right? Do we all have parents who are aging? Who are aging? How many of us want our moms and dads to be around, to play with their grandkids, right? So when I lost weight, this was not about the business. When I started feeling great, I never used the word business. I said to my husband, this is incredible. You better stop drinking my shakes and get your own box because you're going to feel amazing. And my husband is not someone who needed to lose weight. If you guys know Serge, he's pretty tall and slender. But he was a truck driver who would come home mentally, physically burnt out from eating on the road, living off of coffee. He would come home and pass out on the couch. No interaction with the kids. How many of us have an exhausted spouse whose nutrition is He was the first person I put on the program. My mom was the second one because I said, Mom, your cholesterol is out of control. You need to do something positive for yourself. You need to get on the program. And my neighbor, Anna, who our kids played in the park, she signed up. My first commission check was $212. I will never forget that number because it was so significant to me. I didn't come into this to do business, just as majority of you guys have not. But that $212 afforded me a program next month. And then when my mom shared with 2 people and my husband shared, and I got an additional $450, not only was I able to get a program for month 3, but guess what? This stay-at-home mom was able to pay for a phone bill, a cable bill. Do you know how liberating I felt as a stay-at-home mom to be able to contribute, to be able to tell my ex-husband, you know what, it's all right. I don't need the child support. You need it more than I do. You know, people think that it's easy. It's not easy. It's not hard. It's about doing the do every day. And I think for a lot of us, we have so much going on in our head. We're so worried about, what is this one going to think of me? What are all my friends going to say if I post on Facebook? How do I approach my friend from high school who I haven't talked to in a long time? Honestly, the reason why I've grown as quickly as I have is because I really didn't care what people thought of me. I really stopped thinking. I really stopped prejudging people because I knew I had a gift, right? How many of you guys on this call, and I want to see big hands waving, how many of you feel so freaking grateful to your coach who had the courage and the guts to share this with you? Yeah? Do you guys love the person who had the courage to? Why would you not be that person for somebody else, right? We worry so much about what people think. What are they going to think? what are they going to think? That you had an excellent product experience and you're recommending it? I have a great hairdresser. I recommend her to everyone. We have a favorite Mexican place that makes the best margaritas. We recommend everyone. And you know what, guys? That's basically what this is about. It's referral marketing. So what I would say is, if you are looking to get your products paid for, you have absolutely come to the right place, okay? Don't overthink it. Keep it very simple. This is how I built my entire business. Who can I talk to? Who can I share my story with? Who can I help today? A lot of people are utilizing Facebook, which is a magnificent tool for attraction marketing, because here on, I mean, as a stay-at-home mom, I don't see a lot of people. I don't go out to bars. I don't have a big social life, even though it might look like it on Facebook. I truly, I'm a homebody. But on Facebook, it's given me the forum to connect with old friends, with new friends, with people that I haven't seen in ages, right? So I used Facebook as an online diary. I never sold anything. So if you guys are thinking in your mind, I don't want to be a salesperson, excellent, because you're not. You're not. Sales doesn't work here. People don't come to Facebook to buy. So when I started my journey on Facebook, I was just documenting. Holy cow, day 3, I feel great. I don't feel hungry. Day 7, oh my God, I can't believe I have results and my pants are feeling big. Month 1, I did it. I'm celebrating with a pizza pie because I got through month 1 and I'm down 2 pant sizes. You know, I posted on Facebook for me. And if I could inspire a few people along the way, I was so happy. When somebody reached out to me, I was so happy. And if someone didn't reach out to me, I wasn't pissed off, because there is no clock. There is no time. The only limitations and restrictions and the only guidelines that we set forth on ourselves. You know, Isagenix gives us a roadmap to run on, right? Find 2 friends, you get consultant, help them find 2 friends. You've got 60 days to do that. I just followed these steps. But you know what? If somebody misses the step, if somebody misses the rank advancement, it doesn't mean that your business is crushed. If you've gained 10 pounds, it doesn't mean that you're a failure and you can't possibly share this with anyone. The program works. You're only human. That's it. And you know what? Being a good coach is not wearing a thong and being a size 0. Being a good coach is picking your ass up and saying, I'm not going to feel bad for myself, and I'm going to get back out there, and I'm going to commit to this first, and I'm going to keep helping people. And that's what this journey is about. And what I tell you guys is just share this gift selflessly. Don't take things so personally. Manage your frustrations. I see a lot of good people give up way before their time, right? People get frustrated. Oh, I haven't enrolled anyone in a month. I'm done. Why? What if the next month you would have sponsored 8? You know, a lot of good people have quit. I use that Time Hop app, and I look back and I see how many wonderful people have just stopped, have gone away with hundreds of thousands of volume. They just quit. Not because the comp plan doesn't work, not because they weren't amazing, not because they didn't believe in the products, right? So here's a few simple steps. If you're looking to build your business, step 1 would be make a list. Make a list. Go to isagenixbusiness.com. Click on the Start Here tab. You'll see content, I forgot what it's called, memory jogger. You'll see a memory jogger form, and it'll literally help you get everything out from your head onto paper. And you will be very surprised that as you're thinking, oh my God, Vicky, you're like, oh my God, well, what about her friend Anna? Or what about, like, as you think of one name, you'll think of like 20 more names. Another great tip is to watch Isa Movie. People say, I feel embarrassed to talk to heavy set people. And I say, good, well, don't only talk to heavy set people, talk to everyone who eats. If you make this about, how do I approach a person who's overweight, you shouldn't just approach a person who's overweight. You should approach any human being who needs to eat food. And if you just talk to everyone and have no discrimination, then you're not going to feel weird because you're just talking to people. So I watched the movie. I went to isamovie.com. I literally spent about a day and a half watching every single video. They're short clips, but these videos help jog my memory. What professionals do I know? What athletes do I know? What baby boomers do I know? Do you guys have friends? Yeah. Do you have friends who have parents? Yes. Talk to them about healthy aging. My friends' parents are good looking. They are out. They are golfing. They do not want to age. This is not just about losing 10 pounds. This is about longevity. This is about health. This is about nutrition. This is about providing for that busy mom so she doesn't have to spend $15 on a grilled chicken Caesar salad in Manhattan. It's expensive. It's about a teacher. It's about a doctor who doesn't want to eat cafeteria food. But most importantly, it's about you getting out of your own head and talking to everyone that you know. So the first step would be isagenixbusiness.com. The second thing that I would tell you is learn how to share your 30-second story, okay? People, and I say this in a loving way, people don't care about your story. People care about what you can do to help them. Are you going to be there to support them? Does this really work? Will they get their money back if it doesn't? Can I do this? That's what people care about. They don't care how you made your shakes, right? So the shorter you keep your story, the better, the more effective it will be. So if you've ever gone to University in Action, it's hosted by David Wood, he gave you 4 very simple points on how to share your 30-second story, right? So your 30-second story is how did you feel? Right? So before Isagenix, I was overweight, I was exhausted, and I was stuck. So how? Where were you at before? The second thing is, who did you hear about this from? And the reason why you share this is because you're giving credibility. You're showing people that you got this from someone you know and trust. You're showing people that you cannot get this on the shelves at a store. So I heard about this through my dear friend Jen, who lost 9 pounds. She was a childhood friend. She looked magnificent. So I'm giving validation. I'm giving credibility. The next thing I share is my results. As a result, I lost 28 pounds and 49 inches. I have felt better than I have felt in my entire life. And then the last part is, what is your mission now, right? So as a result, I am so committed to helping as many moms, as many women, as many families get healthy, stay fit, live a healthy lifestyle. 30 seconds. And then I start asking them questions. And if you guys want to learn how to ask great questions, Google Jackson Parr, P-A-R-R, Jackson Parr cake recipe. YouTube it. Jackson Parr asks 7 magnificent questions, and this is something that I ask all my clients, right? Because you want to find out what is the core of their problem. How can you help them? So you're basically an investigator. So, Michelle, tell me what I can help you with. What is it that you're interested in doing? So Michelle would say, I'm looking to lose weight. And I would say, okay, what have you tried in the past, Michelle? She would say, I've done, Herbalife. Okay, and how did that work for you? She would tell me a little bit more. Okay, well, how long have you been feeling this way? Where do you feel the most uncomfortable? Do you have something coming up, that I can help you get ready for? Maybe we can set a short-term goal and a long-term goal. But it's really asking this person these in-depth personal questions that will really get them to open up to you. I don't talk to people about a shake day and a cleanse day. I talk to them about what they need and a solution that I'm able to offer them, right? And that's what this is about, just keeping it simple. And I have practiced my 30-second story so many times, guys. Here's the facts. You talk to 10 people, 1 or 2 will sign up. You talk to 10 people, you get a little better, 2 to 3 will sign up. But if you're not talking and you're worried and you're nervous and you're staying stuck, you're not helping anyone, including yourself or your family, especially if you're looking for that little bit of financial freedom. So the next thing I want to share with you guys is that I have probably spoken to over 2,500 people. And out of those 2,500 people, I have probably gotten about 2,000 no's. And it's a fact. You know, not everyone is going to say yes. And in the beginning, when someone would say to me, oh, I need to chew, I can't drink shakes, they make me gag, I would get very defensive and protect Isagenix. Like Jim and Kathy needed my protection. You know what I mean? But here's the thing, and I heard this on a great podcast by Jeff Combs, and he said you have to be like the waitress in the diner. You have to have a cool heart. Think of how many times she offers someone a cup of coffee and they say no. She doesn't feel heartbroken. She doesn't go home and overanalyze and say, did I present it wrong? Did I offer too much milk with the coffee? She doesn't go into this whole big thing. She lets it go, right? So that you have to accept that people don't know. We're here to educate. We're here to share our story. And the bottom line is that the person is going to call you when they are good and ready. But if you don't share this magnificent gift with them, they're going to call somebody else. They're going to get it from somebody else. And they're not going to get the love, and they're not going to get the coaching and the support that you would have given them. Okay, so what are some of the objections that are very common? I can't afford it. Money. So, you know, when people say that they can't afford it, I just give them a breakdown. You know, how much do you think it's going to cost? We went to our first ICU. Ed was one of the first people that came to an event with me, and we heard Kathy Savage say $10 a day or $20 a day. You know, giving people options, presenting the packs has really helped me. So I say, okay, how much are you spending on food now? If I can show you how to get your products paid for, would you be open to taking a look? When someone tells me that they can't afford it, I don't freak out because I'm ready for it. When someone says they have to speak to their husband, you know what? I respect that because I had to speak to my husband too before I took our family's money and spent it on a program that I wasn't sure I was ready for. So don't get upset if someone needs to speak to their spouse. People want to consult with their doctor. Absolutely. I don't give any medical advice. Here's go to ISA product, show them the ingredients. You know, we have an on-call doctor, Dr. Ina, who does wonderful calls. You can even dial in and speak to her. But, you know, I'm not going to go into every objection, but my point is don't get frustrated by the objections. It's a part of it. But I tell you, the people who are the most successful are the ones that continue to follow up with their friends, their family, their potential clients. If you're following up with someone, they see that you're consistent. They see that you're the real deal, and they see that you're not going away. Too many people come to Isagenix. They're like, yeah, they go all out, they go commando, and then the next day they're selling lipstick. You know, I don't care how long it takes me to be successful with Isagenix. I believe in this. I don't care if I have a $10 month or a $60,000 month. I believe in the products. I believe that we are changing lives. I believe that we can make a difference. So I challenge you guys to see where you are in terms of your belief system. Are you 100% believing in the products? Have you seen miracles with this program? Are you 100% believing in the compensation plan? If you're not familiar with the compensation plan, you need to learn it. Because if someone like me with no network marketing experience, no science degree, no doctorate, I mean, if someone like me can make 6-7 figures with Isagenix, anyone can. And I just followed the tracks to run on. ACMDE. If you Google Isagenix Roadmap to Crystal Executive, there's your map. Follow it. That's it. Fine tune, help them fine tune, do that 4 more times, do it 5 times on each side, you're at the top pay. There is $10,550 in upfront money on the table, and for some reason, us as coaches, we're not showing that to people. I understand that people have come on for the products just like me and you, but if I offered you a coupon to get Isagenix for free, would you say, no, stop, don't show me, I can't look anymore? I would be upset that somebody didn't show me that there was 10 grand on the table. How many of you guys can use an extra $10,000 in your life? Summer camp is very expensive for children. You know, school is expensive, school supplies, fuel, cable, all these bills. As coaches, all you have to do is send them a link, send them a document. Whether they take a look or not, it's not up to you. But nobody's going to miss that bonus because I neglected to tell them, right? So this is just about being open, being honest, and showing people what's possible simply by sharing with friends. And I'll give you guys an example before I go back to beliefs. I was at a conference with Ed, of course, and you know, I don't remember how it went, but we stood up and basically said, who in this room wants to start a business, right? And Ed, how many hands went up when you asked, who wants to start a business here? Out of 300 people, Ed said, who here would like to start a business? And not one hand went up. He said, who here would like to lose weight, get healthy, feel better? And Ed's quotes feel schmexier than ever, right? If you guys know Ed, he uses schmexy a lot. But every hand went up. And that's all we're doing, is showing people how they can impact lives. I don't use the word business. Business to most people is scary, it's unpleasant, it's a turnoff, it's expensive, it's time consuming. This isn't about building a business. This is about sharing. This is about building people up, right? Pouring belief into people. So let's go back to belief. If you're not familiar with the compensation plan, look through isagenixbusiness.com, and my favorite comp plan is Lynn Hagedorn's. Just Google Lynn Hagedorn Isagenix comp plan. It's about 18 minutes, and it was so informative, and I literally just used that to run on. The next is, do you believe in network marketing? I never knew that network marketing was a real profession. I didn't know that it was a serious thing. I pictured it like women selling Tupperware out of the trunk of their car. And this is not like that. This is 6- and 7-figure income earners. I have met my friend Jen Murgatroyd was a very successful architect who gave up her professional career to do this. Laura Hernandez was a professional CPA, corporate accountant, who gave up her profession to do this. So, you know, give this profession the credibility that it deserves. And if you don't know it, read the First Year in Network Marketing Pro. Read Business of the 21st Century. And the last thing is start believing in yourself, right? Be confident enough to share this gift with people. You cannot say the wrong thing to the right person. We have an amazing team of incredibly supportive, incredibly helpful people. No one in the company does 3-way phone calls the way our team does. Don't feel that you need to be a product expert, a business expert. Just say, you know what? Ellen, I have an amazing program. I think you would do so good. I know you always talk about needing more energy. Give me 5 minutes and get on the phone with my friend Cindy so that she can just share her experience with you. That's it. That's all you're doing. You're a connector. You're a storyteller. You don't have to be an expert to share this gift with people. So that's enough from me. I would love to answer any questions that you guys may have. I gave you some websites. I'll be happy to post them all in the group with this recording. But you know what? Just take it slow. You don't have to be an expert. I think something that I had going for me in the beginning was that I was willing to admit that I was an absolute disaster, but I was also like a sponge. I was ignorance on fire. I was listening to podcasts from incredible leaders in the company. I was following every word on Susan Sly's podcast. You know, just be humble enough to be willing to learn from people who are better than you. And eventually you're going to be that great person for the people on your team. And I think that being a good coach doesn't mean that you have to devote all your time or give up your life. Being a good coach is just cheering someone on when they need it most. Being a good leader is being willing to roll up your sleeves and get the answer or point them in the right direction when someone on your team needs help. It's not about being perfect. It's not about anyone else's standards other than yours. Put the products in your body, have a great experience, and just share it with the world. You cannot do wrong here. You cannot make a mistake. You know, I love what Victoria said last night on the call. She said, don't be afraid to play with your back office. You can't break anything in there. It's the same thing. You know, if you're coming to someone presenting the Isagenix information with a pure heart, genuinely interested in helping them, you're not going to get yelled at. They're not going to unfriend you. They're not going to do anything. They're either going to say yes, no, or not right now. That's it. But when they are ready, they will come. And majority of my people have come. Everyone that I've spoken to, I can't say everyone, but majority of the people that I've spoken to, that I've diligently followed up with, they have come on board. And most of them are here today. So I would love to answer any questions that you guys may have. You can just unmute yourself or just wave your hand and I can unmute. Do any of the leaders have anything to add? Anything that they think would be beneficial for the team to hear? We have a lot of new people on.
Hey, Ange.
Hey.
That was great. Thank you. We do have a lot of new people on, and it's nice to see some old faces and some new faces. So I want you to just go over a little bit, because I've been hearing a lot. A lot of people are saying, well, July and August is very slow. Everybody's away. I know what my response is to my team members and my friends. What are some of the things that you are sharing with your downline to really just get them out of this? Because I had a great June and so far a great July. And last summer I had a great summer as well. So for me, it's been consistent, but I've also been working consistently. So how can we get that preconception notion out of their heads that the summer is dead, so we're just going to take a back seat?
Here's the thing. Like every business, right? Whether you're in the corporate world, whether you're in retail, whether you're a pediatrician, you have busy months and you have slow months. In Isagenix, our busy months are January, March, May, and September, right? Those are the busy months, right? New Year's resolution. Everybody wants to lose weight. January is very busy. March, oh my God, it's time to take off my jacket and I can't see my belly button. The weather's getting warmer. So March, people are like, spring break, they start freaking out. May, you know, Memorial Day weekend, people want to look nice. People want to go to the beach. And then once the kids go back to school, parents are ready to do a little something nice for themselves. Once they're done paying for the school supplies, they're ready to invest in their health. So we have 4 what I call peak months. But if I did not put in the work for the months prior, I wouldn't have a busy January. I wouldn't have a busy March. I wouldn't have a busy May and September. So the way I think of it, and P.K. Smith taught me this, is you are planting seeds. You're talking to people. There's no such thing as you not being busy. A lot of, you know, what's funny is that if you get an enrollment, you're like, yes, I'm so good at this. And then if you don't get an enrollment, you're like, oh my God, my business sucks. I'm terrible. I need to like go to some training courses. I don't let the enrollments weigh who I am or what I have to give. Every day I have committed to speaking to 3 people a day, following up with 3 people a day, making 3 new friends on Facebook every day. Those are my business practices. 3, 3, and 3. 3 conversations, 3 follow-ups, and 3 new connections. If I'm not doing these activities, guess what? I'm not going to have a busy June. But if I was hustling, if I was talking, and if I was grinding in May, June will be fruitful. If I continue to work through June, as I know you have, Victoria, July will be fruitful. There's no such thing as your business is dead. You have to be real with yourself. You have to look in the mirror and you have to say, okay, how many times have I told the Isagenix story? Because I refuse to believe that if you're talking to 3 people a day, 5 days a week, 60 people a month, not one person will sign because it's summertime. I refuse to believe that. It can't be that you've spoken to 60 people, followed up with 60 people, have gone to 10 networking events, are trying everything. I have never met a person who says that they have tried everything. They've given it 100% and it just don't work. Majority of the time, it's you that's not really working. And I think that the sooner we can face that reality, the better off we'll be. You know, listen, maybe June you took off. Maybe June it's busy. You got dance recitals, graduations. You've moved. You know, Ed and I can admit if we've had a slow month. If Vicki and I can admit if we've had a slow month, it's because we jerked around. There's no fooling around about it. But if you say, you know what, I'm going to have an amazing August, guess when you need to be having the conversations? Now, in July. The activity that you put in today will reflect in 90 days from now. If you take it upon yourself to say, okay, every person that I sign up, I'm going to put in the IsaBody challenge, you will see tremendous retention in your business, not tomorrow, but 90 days from now. The activity that you do, the practices that you partake will drip onto your team. Girls, I started this with a 9-day program. I wouldn't even mention a 30-day pack until I spoke to a leader who wrote me a new one and said, you are doing your customers a huge disservice. Guess what? I never mentioned the 9-day pack again. And so with my team, we started trickling only the 30-day. We met this magnificent man, P.K. Smith, who told us to present the packs from top down. As Sabina started doing it, she is leading in value packs. You know, the activity that you do will reflect on your team. And sadly enough, the activity that you don't do will also reflect on your team. I have a lot of leaders say to me, I don't know what's going on. All my people are falling off. And I say, okay, well, let's evaluate. When was the last time you went to an event? When was the last time you plugged into a team call? When was the last time that you posted on Facebook? Your team is going to do what you do. If you want to have a killer team who's kicking butt, who's having fun, who's having weekly get-togethers, monthly parties, it's got to start with you. It really has to start with you. That's why I always try to be on my best behavior and always have the best business practices, because I know that the things that I do or don't do, my girls will do them too. It's just, it's the way it works. It's a business of duplication. So I hope that answers that. And I mean, you had, I think you're up to like 20 enrollments in the past 30 days. So I don't think anyone can say that business is slowing down. You know, you and Sophia, so many enrollments, it's just magnificent. So, you know, I would have to disagree with that highly. I would challenge the person and say, let's talk about what you've been doing and how we can get you on a better track. Anyone else?
I'll say a few things.
Awesome.
So, you know, when I first started this, some things that people said to me, you know, that I still think of every day. It's not who you know, it's who you meet, right? Guys, don't tell me you don't know anybody. We all know people. There's all people out there hoping someone like us, you know, reaches out to them, ask them, you know, can we help you? It's not who you know, it's who you meet. Not just in Isagenix, but in any business. If you open a restaurant, you open a retail store, you're not going to build a successful business from your good friends. It doesn't work like that, right? It's true.
It's true.
So really important. It's not who you know, it's who you meet. Okay? Another one that I love, don't be a tool, use the tools. Guys, it's done for you. How to build a successful Isagenix business has already been mapped out for you. It's been given to you. It's on the website. It's in your support group. Your coach has it. Use it. There's no reason to reinvent anything. The name of it is 6 Simple Systems. Right? The person that invented this system was our 100th millionaire. That was in January of 2014. Yesterday, we had our 230th millionaire. You think the system works? Yes, it works. You just have to use it. So use the tools, don't be a tool.
Absolutely.
Another thing somebody said to me when I first started that thank God, you know, going fast is a lot more fun than going slow, right? And it doesn't matter if you make, you know, Angela will tell you, there's no difference if I make 8 grand one week or 16 grand one week, right? I mean, you know, at a certain point, that doesn't matter, right? But believe you and me, it's better to make 16 grand today than 10 years from now, right? That's where the speed's important, because you're only making that money and that speed if you're helping other people make it. Right? You can't tell somebody, hey, come join this amazing opportunity. You're gonna make 6 figures and you're making $150 a month. It just doesn't work, right? You're a fake-up, right? Like Angela's talking about, guys, people want to feel better. We have a way to help that. Lose weight, gain weight. Avi Shepard just posted a picture yesterday, 18-year-old kid, gained 76 pounds of muscle, made the football team. That's life-changing, right? So get the products into people's body. Another thing is, you know, don't, something I learned is, or two more things. Don't want this more for somebody than they want it for yourself. You're just going to waste your time, right? If they're not putting the effort, if they're not putting the time, if they're not putting in the work, don't keep pushing onto them to do it. It's up to them to want to do it, right? Again, if they have everything they need, we're just here to support them. We have no right to ask people to do something that we don't do. If you're not posting on Facebook, don't ask your team to do it.
Yeah.
It's not right.
Absolutely.
Right? It's not right. It's a business of duplication.
Yeah. So what I would say is that this is really, you know, limitless what you can do. You can make some business cards, you can get some postcards, you can go into local shops, you can go into the gym, you can say, hey, can I leave my card here? And they'll say, well, what is this for? What do you do? It really is just about speaking to 3 people a day. And you can do that anywhere. You can go into stores, you can inbox Facebook friends and ask for referrals, but you have to be proactive. You know, you have to keep sharing the Isagenix story. And the people that talk the most are the ones who are the most successful. Literally, Sophia knew no one. Sophia is so shy. She told me people would make fun of her Portuguese accent, and now she's the #1 enroller in the Hispanic community. And she met all these people from Facebook groups. Guys, you can go into the gym. If you live in a popular area, you can literally Google like every gym or fitness studio in Baltimore area and walk in there and say, hey, can I set up a table for Customer Appreciation Day? You know, why not? What are you willing to do to live a life less ordinary? You know, it really is up to you. If you don't have a lot of places next to you, it's okay. You utilize online, write a blog, inbox people who write blogs and say, hey, I'm a health and wellness coach. Would you be open to writing an article about me? Guys, the world is open. This is not your grandfather's day of dropping a dime in the payphone and going through the yellow pages. Look at what we have access to. Why are we not going balls out and really sharing this story with everyone we know? The opportunity is truly unlimited. Unlimited. We're the only ones that put this limitation on ourselves. So you decide tonight how much you want to earn, how many people you want to help, when you're going to be the next Isagenix millionaire. It can happen for any one of us, no experience necessary. And we're always here. I mean, Vicky's great. Ed is amazing. We have Sophia, Ellen. We have so many wonderful people that have been here since the start that will be happy to offer advice, answer questions, do a call, help you with an event, anything. It's up to you. You really have to decide when enough is enough. You know, going slow, you never take lift off. You never get the airplane off the ground if you don't give it full throttle. And that's what this is about. You can enroll 1 person a month for 10 months, or you can enroll 10 people in 1 month. Where do you think the team will grow faster? Right? Where there's excitement, where there's energy. So, okay, does anyone else have any questions? Do you guys think this was helpful for new people? Ik June.
Yeah.
Oh, you're unmuting. I'm muting.
Oh, sorry. I'm a high school teacher, and summer's a really good time to kind of focus on the business aspect of it. And I ordered my pack, which will be coming in tomorrow for not 30-day cleanse. So I know I truly have to believe in the product to be able to share with others. And one group of people that I'm really interested in tapping into is my young high school graduates who just graduated last June, and they're willing to hustle, actually, because the economy is not the same. The 40-hour shift, and after 40 years, you're going to get your pension plan thing. I think they're realizing that that's no longer available for them. I'm just wondering if there are any other resources other than Start Your Life that I could also share with others and how to start their life. I actually have my cousin who's in California, who I'm going to chat a little bit later. She's going for the second job interview. So I've been slowly trying to get her opinion about things. Yeah. But is there anything else that I'm maybe missing out that you can kind of direct me as well?
Absolutely. So am I pronouncing your name correctly?
Yeah, you said it perfectly.
Okay,
Usually I hang up on people who cannot say my name correctly anyway, but you got it.
All right. Well, first of all, I'm so proud of you. You're 100% right. I have a lot of teachers that do this during the summer for extra income. And I absolutely love your point because you know what? I come from a Russian immigrant family, and my dad was very strict, my stepfather. He said, you must go to school. You must go to school. I went to a four-year college. I got my master's. I started working towards my PhD. And you know what it got me? $77,000 in student debt and a New York City government job for $500 a week. And when I became a mom and I did not have the heart to leave my kids home alone, that's it. No pension, no life insurance, and there I am stuck with $77,000. You're 100% right. This is not it's not our parents' day and age. You don't go to one corporate gig and stay there for 40 years and they shake your hand and they say you served us well. They will replace you. They will get rid of you. They will outsource you. And this happens every single day. People need a plan B. Absolutely. Where are you located? Are you on the East Coast?
Yes, actually, Vanessa is my coach, and she's going to walk me through the cleansing and the 30-day system.
Fantastic.
So, yeah, but I think because of Facebook, I had private message my cousin in California.
Yeah.
I didn't even know she graduated 5 years ago and still looking for the job.
Still.
But because I connected with her,
yes.
And yeah, I was able to find that out, and then because she has a second job interview lined up, I didn't really kind of push it as a business. Suddenly the cousin trying to, build a business, but it made me really realize what they're working with and how I can be helpful. And I really approached it as an older cousin who has 4 children, and really out of concern for her success. And why you're talking me through this all, private messaging such a long time? But it's because you're my cousin. I want you to be I want you to be successful.
Yes.
And I want you to start your life, not stuck in when you're 26 years old, still wondering what's my life's going to be in 10 years from now. And she right now told me she doesn't know what to do with it. She doesn't know what's going to happen in her 10 years.
You know
and
what I would do?
Go ahead.
I'm sorry to interrupt. I would get a ticket and I would go with her to California, to Las Vegas. We have an amazing event called Celebration, August 8th to the 11th. Don't like you're brushing it off. You go invite her.
Okay.
You go invite her. A lot of us have free rooms. You get a ticket, you bring her there, and you change her life. If you want somebody to truly see the vision, drag them to an event. Drag them to an event. There's a lot of local events, but this is going to be the biggest one. She's very close. She's in California. She's very close to Nevada. We have some free rooms there in Vegas. I would drag her and I would bring her and I would truly show what is possible. As not just, you don't just have an open forum with high school students that are, taking the next step. Look at all the teachers. Look at all the teachers who are not making enough paycheck to paycheck to survive. You have a huge demographic. Put the products in your body, start sharing the excitement, start talking to people. Get to an event as fast as possible, because if you bring your cousin to an event, she's going to be so ignited and so lit up. To answer your question, Start Your Life is a great resource. Ellen Brensel, I can connect you with her. She is a Start 1000 member. She's amazing, her and Victoria. They're young women on our team. I think Ellen would be a great one to speak with your cousin. Ellen was a dental hygienist who basically retired her job and is now doing this full time. She was the first 1,000 members from ages 18 to 35 to earn a 6-figure income with Isagenix. And who better to speak to your cousin than someone who's doing it, experiencing it, and living the Isagenix life. Let your cousin hear from her. But Start Your Life is a great resource. Utilize the gals on our team. I'll connect you with Ellen. Go to Isagenix event. get yourself to an event and really get a feel of the culture, learn the business model, because once you go to an Isagenix event, you'll never be the same. And I think so many of us can attest to that. You know, I went to my first event and I just said, my gosh, there was a New York State trooper who was a millionaire. There was a woman who lived in Nebraska who said there was more cows than people in her town. She was a millionaire. And you see all these people, all different walks of life, and they're successful. And you just look and you think, why not me? Why can't I be one of them? And I really made it my goal. And 3 years later, when I was acknowledged as the 193rd millionaire, I became one of them. You know, it's a testimony that any one of us can do this. With a little hard work, a little perseverance, with a little, you know, just any one of us can do this. And I think you have a wonderful attitude, because you're right. You don't want to see your cousin suffer. You don't want to see her lost. And still looking. You know, you're a caring teacher. You want these kids starting life on a good note. And for $5.59, they get to open up their own business and really try. And I tell you, it's a beautiful culture to be a part of. The start, the youth. Listen, when I was that age, I was going to the bars. I was drinking, smoking, hanging out. These kids are not like that. They're conscious about our environment. They're conscious about the world we live in. They want to give back. They're constantly doing beautiful things, feeding homeless. This is a really beautiful culture to be a part of. And, you know, if I was a teacher, I would feel proud to encourage my students to be a part of something like this. So I hope I was able to answer. Thank you for being on our call.
Thank you. It's been very beneficial.
Yeah, we're so happy to have you.
Yeah, thank you.
Anyone else? Any questions or comments? Jen? Uh-oh. Oh. Hey, okay, you're unmuted now. I don't hear you. Now you're muted. Now you're unmuted. Now you're muted. Now it says that you're not muted right now, but I still can't hear you. Is it your headphones? I don't hear you. Nope. Can you hear me now? Nope. Can you hear me now? Nada. No. I heard you lip the S-H-I-T word, though. I'm good at reading lips. I got to see what they're saying about me from across the room. Type it, Jen. Type it, because I can't hear you. In the meantime, Ed, can you connect Ik-Jun with Ellen? Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. See, Ed, I can hear. Jen, I can't. Nope. Does anyone else have any questions while we wait for Jen? Do you guys think this was helpful? Yeah, if I give you the recording, is this something you would feel comfortable sharing with some of your new people just to get them to feel a little bit comfortable? Yeah, don't be weird about it. We have something incredible. You guys should be so proud of yourselves. I mean, you guys are really world changers, and it's an honor to work alongside all of you. How long does it take for the nervousness to go away? Honestly, Ellen said never. You know what? I posted today that I bought this. I ran over my neighbor's lawn, by accident, and ever since then he's been really mean to me. And I just think like Isagenix makes you want to do better and be nicer and do better things for people and help people. And I brought him a cake. I was terrified to knock on the door, and I'm standing there like a schmuck, you know, with this cake. But, you know, it's about doing things and living life and trying new things. I mean, do you think it would be weird, and would you be nervous to try a trapeze school, or like a CrossFit for the first time, or kickboxing? Would you feel silly getting in a tutu and trying a ballet class? You know, these are all, it's just, they're not things that are going to hurt us. It's just things that we're just not accustomed to. You know, when I first went to CrossFit, I was terrified. I was intimidated. I said, I'm going to be the worst one here. But now I'm not. I think you always have those little jitters. But you know what? Here's what life is like. If you get into an elevator, I guarantee you that every single person will stand there like this, right? You want to be the weird one. You want to be the outgoing one. You want to be the one that says hello first, because we have to break the ice. There's a great book called Icebreakers that just gives you funny opening lines. I just usually pay compliments to people. I talk with people. I send people messages. You know what? Sometimes I feel really uncomfortable sending someone who I value as stronger than me, smarter than me, more out. It's just, but I hit send. You know, you ever hear the phrase like screw it and just do it? It's kind of like jumping in the pool, Pam. It's, you know, you gotta be open to doing it. It's like stage fright. Is the more you do it, the easier it gets. But this is your business. Was it worth it to get to where I am? Absolutely. Look at all the people here. You can't get nervous. You just have to say hello, pay a compliment, nice hair, those are beautiful glasses. Take Isagenix off the table, right? I want you to go to Target tomorrow, and I want you to talk to 3 people. Can you do that? Can you go to a store and talk to 3 people? Because you're going out there like, oh my God, how do I say Isagenix? How do I introduce it? How am I going to bring this up? Don't. Just go and say, hello, I like your scarf. That's a pretty shirt. Did you get that here? Do you know if there's a restroom close by, or a restaurant? My kids are hungry. Just talk. Just talk. The more you get comfortable, the easier it will be. And then you can just conversate with people regularly. But don't be nervous. Nobody's going to bite. Yeah, Ellen says you should do things that make yourself nervous and uncomfortable because it grows you. Yeah, like giving your really mean neighbor a bun cake. Okay, so Jennifer, you want to throw a launch party. I will absolutely advise if you go to hbteam.co. I believe it's system number 1 under presentation. It literally has the flyer, the how-to, the video. It's very simple and easy. I'll also connect you with Heather, who's magnificent at throwing launch parties and has actually done quite a few. She's even done a recording and put up some Microsoft documents to help us. So I'll tag you on all the launch party good. Isn't it amazing? Everything you need is like here, right? You don't have to make this stuff up. You don't have to be an expert. Everything is provided for you. So I want to thank everyone for being on this call. I think you guys are amazing. Believe in yourself. Believe in yourself. Most of the time, we are our own worst enemies. You've got nothing to lose and everything to gain. There are people out there who are desperately waiting for this gift. I was. And I thank the person that introduced me to this each and every day. So thank you, Jen. Thanks, everyone. Thanks for being on the call, guys. I hope this was helpful. Good night, everyone.
Thank you.
Bye, bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.